live. This is our second episode of all of the above. So we appreciate the support for our first episode. Like us, subscribe. We're on all streaming platforms. So we really appreciate all the support so far.
Indeed, yes, indeed. What you got for me today? What's going on with you? How you been?
Well, I've been good, just chilling, man. Just, one day at a time, trying to survive this pandemic and
Right.
the civil unrest is about to happen with the election. So
something about to happen. I hope y'all strapped up because
for real,
it's about to go crazy. But
yeah.
You see, I got my Washington Nationals hat on right today, just for the the World Series and all that happened. You know what I'm saying? Just showing we did win that thing last year despite the cheating. So we out here.
All right, so we want to get started. So of course, even though it's the off season, the NBA is like a 24/7 news cycle. There's always something going on in the season, out of the season. So today, like Daryl Morey, who was in Houston, he was the GM. Wasn't he the GM in Houston?
Yeah.
Is a vice president of basketball operations in Philadelphia now, which basically it's essentially the same job. So what you think about that?
First off, I want to give a shout out to my man Elton Brand. I think he's the GM there now. Yeah. So I mean, I don't like it for that reason because it's stepping on a guy's toes kind of. But it don't kind of make sense because to me, he was stuck in the analytical ways, and that's one of the reasons Houston didn't really succeed. I mean, they got rid of the big man. They ran a system for D'Antoni, and it did ultimately work, So, I think it's just going to be the same thing. They're going to have to do the same thing. So I think they're just going to surround Ben Simmons with shooters. And, Joel Embiid is going to be – he's a big man that can go inside and out, but he's going to be even more limited than he was before, I think. And I think they're going to do the same type of thing they did before in Houston. So, we'll see if it works.
Right. I honestly think, shout out to my OG Yoda, Rashad Phillips, I think that Ben Simmons is going to get traded. I just think he won't fit well. Honestly, neither one of them fit together, so somebody got to go. And I think with Ben, it's just so easy to nitpick. He's probably the most expendable, even though Embiid is never healthy or in shape.
But you got to think about it. Somebody made a good point, too, though, that in a D'Antoni system, if they are going to run that small ball system, Joel Embiid don't fit that system.
Right.
He really don't fit because he's a big man. He's not the fastest big man either.
Right.
He shoots threes, but he's not a great shooter. Ben Simmons not a great shooter either. But you can run the offense that they ran around Ben Simmons a little better. Just that he won't be shooting all those threes. You just got to surround him with shooters. But I don't know, man. It's gonna be interesting to see what they do. With the talent they have around them now and the move they're going to make. It's going to be interesting.
Right, and I think the biggest thing is, like, Doc Rivers, like, with him, like, he typically has a team with big guys.
Wait, I'm tripping. Doc Rivers is in Philadelphia.
Yep.
Oh, no, that changes everything.
Yeah.
Take away everything I said. I'm sitting here thinking that Tony's in Philadelphia.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like,
they definitely can work in. I'm thinking they're gonna play small ball. Nah, they good. They can keep both of them.
Both of them?
Yeah.
So they just gotta have 3 shooters around them.
They gotta have shooters around them. That's it. You can't be out there with one guy who don't shoot threes and spread the court, and then they're backing off him. They're playing pick and roll, just basically switching or going under Ben Simmons. And nobody's helping. They sticking to everybody. At least if Ben Simmons is penetrating and your man's help off, you got somebody to pass the ball to. Ben Simmons really is only effective in transition right now because that's where you can't really set your defense. But I think they also didn't do a good job of putting him in a position to score. You got to put him in the mid post. You got to post him up. You got to use his advantages that he has on those guards. And I don't think people do that enough. They just put him up at the top of the key or pick and rolls and stuff like that. Put him in positions where he's more effective, that he can shoot a mid-range, that he can get to the middle of the floor and make a floater of them shots that he makes. So I think Doc Rivers will do a good job of getting him in
Yeah, and it's like with Ben, like just because he can pass, that necessarily don't always make you a point guard. Like you could be a point forward like Draymond. Draymond is a point forward, but Ben is like Draymond on like steroids.
Yeah, I think the thing he should take advantage of his transition opportunities. When he gets the rebounds, he should go. He can guard those guards, and when he's guarding the guard, it allows him to go rebound because the guards ain't rebounding. So that allows him to get the ball off the glass and push it and do the things he does best. On the other end, you can have a shooting point guard,
right?
That maybe a Chris Paul or somebody like that, where he's in the mid post. He's 6'8", 6'9". He's getting the ball in the mid post and he's going to work. You know what I'm saying? He can use his passing abilities, get to where he needs to get to the mid range and work. So I think a good point guard would be good for them.
Yeah, and it's funny, like they like in the past, like they had great pieces around them. They had like the shooting with JJ Redick and like Ilyasova, Bellinelli, and they had a guy like Trey Burke who they didn't even use. They went with Raul Neto, so now it's like they could use them guys on the team now. So it's gonna be interesting to see like who goes there in the offseason or who's traded there. It's gonna be a wild offseason given the time of year is gonna be. So we always used to summer. It's gonna be a fall winter offseason.
You got the Nets gonna be better. Your Celtics is good. Miami, Toronto always gonna be good. The Bucks gonna see what they do with Giannis and all that kind of stuff. So the East gonna be coming up.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I think in the East, I'm gonna go with Brooklyn just because of the
I can't just throw that out there. I mean, I'm a big, KD, C Pleasant, we from the same hood, but I can't just. I got to see it first because you never know how chemistry works. You never know how adding pieces gonna mess up the other young guys. You know what I'm saying? You saw what happened with Kyrie when he went to Boston. Those other guys wasn't able to flourish as much as they did the year before. So we don't know if adding can lead to subtraction. Right. You know what I'm saying? That happens sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But they got a lot of good young pieces. They get some solid big man play. I mean, I like Allen. And I like DeAndre. I don't know if he's coming back, but I like the bigs. If they can play it, step it up a little bit, they got a chance. Because I think Allen can be like a JaVale McGee type guy. Right. Energy guy, block shots. He just does stuff like that, hold it down in that area. They get another a four-man who can spread the floor, shoot the ball. Man, they can be a problem.
I think the biggest thing is like if they go Dinwiddie and Karis LeVert, like the third guy.
I don't know what's up with Dinwiddie. I don't know if he playing. I don't know if he trying to get traded. I mean, I follow him on Twitter, so he talks a lot about different stuff. I mean, he's on another wave as far as got other things going on. So I don't know if he's gonna be there. But he's a good piece, a great piece to have. Vert's a great piece. I think that's a guy you can bring off the bench and just say, hey, it's your show now. You know what I'm saying? And then when the fourth quarter comes, you got another guy, you can plug in there at the two, with KD and Kyrie and be a problem. So I mean they got a lot of good pieces.
Yeah, and just like Kyrie, he said on the Etceteras podcast with Vance and KD, basically saying like they don't need Steve Nash to coach. I kind of understood what he was saying. He was saying like read between the lines. He was basically saying they don't need like a Bobby Knight type or a hard coach like a Pop. But I think they might need more structure than what they think. Even though KD and Kai are great, but I think they need more structure.
There's those type of coaches don't exist in the NBA anyway.
Okay.
To be honest with you, most NBA coaches are guys who. The best NBA coaches are guys who manage their players in a way that the players respect them and they're going to listen to their direction. And they're good at that, holding players accountable, doing stuff like that. That's what makes Pops so great because he holds everybody accountable to the same standard and you have nothing to do but respect him. When I got there, I was there, and the thing I respected him the most when I got to the Spurs was he yelled at Tim Duncan the same way he yelled at me. Right. You know what I'm saying? A lot of coaches don't do that though.
Oh yeah, I bet.
So I've been on teams where they won't yell at the superstar. They won't say nothing to the superstar. They just be like, okay, but they'll yell at the 15th man for the same thing. They want to use that as an example. But it don't work like that. The players don't, it's a players league. Coach before they get rid of a superstar player. So you have to have a guy that people respect and that people really going to listen to it and believe in what they're doing. Because once you lose that belief and they're like, this motherfucker don't know what he's talking about. Once you lose that, once you get that to that level, then you lost everything. You know what I'm saying? And I think at the beginning at least, Steve Nash is going to be good for that because you got a 2-time MVP. People going to listen to him, And you also got to have somebody you can talk to too, like, because I think I said it before in the last podcast, the head coach is not the guy you talk to every day. It's the assistants that you talk to. But if you got a head coach you can go in the office and really talk to, that's big.
Right. And I think Amari Stoudemire is on I don't know his exact role as an assistant, but he could be one of those guys that just the players can talk to just because he's been there before and they can see him as an example.
No doubt. I think that's the purpose of the hire.
Right.
You got a guy who's really still playing.
Yeah,
He's playing this year. He's playing in the Maccabi Tel Aviv this year, which is a big time program in Europe. He's still playing at a high level, playing the Big Three. He still can do it. He can really go out there and play, maybe. You know what I'm saying? But it's a guy that understands, who's been there before at a high level, who's played at a high level, still play at a high level, and you can sit there and talk to him about things, not just basketball stuff, though. You know what I'm saying? Who's played in New York also. So he can really sit there and talk to you about all the other things outside of basketball along with the basketball stuff, how to handle things. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you got some young guys, he can help them too. A guy like Allen, he can help him with certain stuff. So I think that was the purpose of that hire. So that was a good pickup.
Yeah, like you said, the East is going to be wide open. I'm still rolling with BK, even blindly, but
you just basically just saying, you're blind. Exactly. You just throwing it out there.
Blindly. I'm just like,
you betting a blind 6 right now.
I am.
You betting this a blind 10.
Yeah, I'm bold. Given their health history, KD and Kyrie, and even their roster, like new coach,
you just market, and in New York.
I'm pushing all my poker chips on
a New York franchise that never really win. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff going on right there, man. Yeah. It ain't easy playing New York. It's not easy. The Knicks. The Knicks is hard to play, but it's not easy to play for BK. It's not easy to play in New York with all the media and all that stuff. It's not easy. They're going to be on First Take, all that stuff every day. They're going to be on it every day, or they're going to be a topic every day. So it ain't the easiest thing.
And that's been tough for Kyrie. I won't say tough, but it's just been something that can't ignore. Like his relationship with the media and KD's. So
both of them are. I want to say I don't know Kyrie that well. I mean, but from looking at it, the outside looking at it, it looked like a guy who just wants to play basketball. He just want to play basketball. Yeah. I mean, that's how I know how KD is. KD just want to hoop. That's all he want to do. He just want to hoop. And it gets to a point where you got the media on you every day. Like when you playing with LeBron, you're going to have the media. It's going to be media every day. It's always going to be a talk. It's always going to be. And I think both of those dudes are the guys who just want to hoop, would rather just there be no media. You know what I'm saying? But when you get to that level, it's nothing you can do. It's the good and the bad with being a superstar. I mean, you got your own sneaker. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it's going to come with questions. It's going to come with criticisms every day. Everybody going to be in your ass every day. And that's the part of playing in New York that's tough. Like every day it's an article about something, by somebody about you. And it don't even matter if it's right or wrong. It's just going to be about you.
I'm putting on my poker chips on them basically because I don't think they're not a team that's like built for the next 5 years. I think they got like a 2 to 3 year window.
That's how the other Nets teams was. Remember that Paul Pierce, KG, Joe Johnson, and them. That's how they was built. The same way.
True. People do not talk about them trying to team up. They like Eurostep that. Like they didn't try to build a juggernaut and failed miserably.
Terribly.
They had like the five. They had J Kidd. They had.
They had J Kidd.
That kid was a coach.
Oh, the coach. Yeah, the coach.
Yeah. So J Kidd, Jason Terry, Joe Johnson, Paul Pierce, KG, and then D Will came what?
I don't know. Was Gerald Wallace on that team too, or was it the year before?
I think the year before. I think.
Okay. Brooke Lopez?
Was Brooklyn Robin? No, Brooke. Yeah. I think Brooke might have been on that. Yeah.
Lopez. I mean, they had a squad, but that's what I'm saying. Like, those are names. So, like, if you got Paul Pierce, what the hell you need Joe Johnson for?
Yeah, I know. True.
You feel they do the same thing. You get Paul Pierce, you take it away from what Joe Johnson do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta. Sometimes it's not good to just splash names and put names together. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not always the best move.
Now you got me thinking now.
Yeah. Think about it. Hey, if it was one team I hope won, is Brooklyn. I would love to see KD get another chip. You know what I'm saying? Another place and wash all that foolishness from Golden State and all that talk. I would love to see that because I'm team KD all day. You know what I'm saying? So I would love that.
Yeah, I mess with KD. I'm with Brian, but I mess with KD tough. I think he's just so over scrutinized, like the littlest thing. He can't do nothing right. Like he went to Golden State. It's kind of like he went to college for a couple of years, learn the game, learn to become a champion. And he taking that and going to Brooklyn and going to try to implement what he learned there. But I don't think he get enough credit for those rings. Like it's not like a cheap champion ring or an asterisk with those rings. He won the damn championship, 2 of them, 2 finals MVP.
He was by far the best player on the court when they was playing. It's like not like you making that face. He was by far the best player on the court. He was making all the plays. He was doing everything out there. He was the one who won the MVPs. You feel me? So it's like the year before they couldn't win. So you added the piece like to win it. And he's the factor. So like I don't understand. I understand the hate. And I understand, I mean, not the hate, but the people scrutinizing it. But at the end of the day, you still got to make the shots. It's not just given to you. You still got to get the bucket. You still got to get the block shots. It's not given to you just because you went there. It's not like you automatically. When you still got to do what you got to do, and he did it. And that's the thing about like that's why lately I've been thinking about this LeBron MJ debate, like, and I'm still with MJ, but I'm giving more points to LeBron as it goes on because I was just watching his high school, him play the game he played against Trevor Ariza, and he had that 52.
Oh, yeah, 52.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm just looking at like, dog, this man has been in the spotlight and put on and pressure for his like whole life, and he just live up to it, bro. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, bro.
Like it's crazy. That man is supposed to be like a Felipe Lopez.
Yeah.
Felipe Lopez is supposed to be that guy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Felipe Lopez played in the league. He had a good solid career. Like nothing wrong with what he did. He's definitely not a bust. To me, if you make the league, you ain't a bust. You did what you're supposed to do. But this guy has lived up to the hype and beyond like 11 times over, bro. Like it's crazy. And he's still doing it. So to me, that's like, that makes me be like, geez, because Jordan had a different story, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, and it's hard to understand it because we didn't live through it because we're not old enough to live through the college MJ days.
Right.
See him in college to understand, but like I lived through the LeBron like era. I was in Ohio when he was coming out, so it was like, I seen it at ABCD camp.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With the bro, he had a cast on when I was doing I was working the camp. He had a cast on. He wasn't participating. I was just like, oh, that's okay. He had the Eric Dickerson jersey. I never had the Eric Dickerson jersey. He was just chilling out there. Okay, he's supposed to be the guy. That's a big ass dude. Like, and he lived up to the hype. I mean, it's crazy to me.
Yeah, like being in Ohio, like, you know, we would see him. I think I started seeing Brown when I was around 7th, 8th grade. He played for the Neo Shooting Stars at AAU. I wasn't like a top guy or nothing, but you know, I might have been like in the small gym,
right?
in the big dog gym,
right?
Like, I'll tell you a quick little story. Like, he changed my life with basketball because in like 10th grade, so that was his junior year. So my team, we was in the same bracket to go to we were in the Final Four, and I forgot who they played. So we had it in our mind, like, bro, we about to beat Roger Bacon, play St. V in the state. Bad idea. So we go to scout them, not even thinking about our team. We got to play. I'll get to that later. But I see this dude in warm-ups. I'm like, no, that ain't real. Like, he's playing around. He like elbow high on layups, just throwing it in there. He ain't missing the shot. I'm thinking like, damn, I thought I was okay in basketball. I ain't said I would have went to college, but damn, I thought I was all right. Let me hit these books. So I was just like, then I saw him, then like, whoa, like this dude, then he was like 6'6", about 220. We used to call the little white patches where he covered the tattoos for going to Catholic school. We used to call them steroid patches because every time we saw him, he looked bigger. So I was just like, bro, what is dude on? So long story short, we got smacked, set a state record for like the worst loss in state history. It probably still stand. Got whooped. And then they ended up losing to Roger Bacon, but he went crazy. I'm thinking he had like 32, had a couple posters, and I was just like, yeah, dude, for real. So like there, it was just like, just to see him now from then, it's crazy to see. It's just like it's like the ultimate like movie story. It don't even seem real.
It's crazy because like being at a high level like high school player and then seeing dudes that were like ranked like #1, seeing these guys that were like the best players and supposed to be all world, and then like comparing their careers. Most of the guys that were like that ended up being like great, like you got the Kobe's and all those type of guys, but most of them guys didn't never pan out, you know what I'm saying, to be what the people wanted them to be. You know what I'm saying? But you know, you got your guys that fell through the cracks that was probably like top 10, like, you know, but they wasn't supposed to be like that. I mean, I seen it, you know, so I seen a bunch of dudes, man. I seen like, you know, my big bro, DeMar Johnson, man, he was supposed to come out of high school as a junior. That's how cold he was. And I used to watch him every day. Like, this dude is the truth. Like, he was KD before KD.
Right.
And honestly, if he went to college, he had a good year in college, he was 6th pick in the draft. He didn't have the hype. He had the hype, but he didn't have the hype LeBron had. And honestly, he was on his way. He was on his way to be an all-star and all that. Honestly, but he got the car accident, changed his trajectory. He still had a good career, but like those are the type of dudes I seen. Like I seen Tracy McGrady in high school. He wasn't even ranked like that in high school, like that, like LeBron. I seen these dudes, but nobody had the hype he had, except for like Felipe Lopez. You know what I'm saying? DeJuan Wagner.
Yeah.
He was crazy in high school. He was in my class. He's crazy.
Your class was crazy.
My class was pretty good. My class was
pretty good. Shit, your class was.
2000 was all right. I mean, the actual high school class was crazy. Like to be in high school, as far as what we did down the road, it wasn't that crazy. Because you got guys like Eddie Curry, who was like ridiculous in high school because he's 7 feet, 300 pounds in high school. Tyson Chandler, you look at Tyson Chandler in his career, like Tyson Chandler he's still in the league, and he's always been a guy who's serviceable, who gets the job done as a big man. But in high school, he was on 2020. He was on all those shows. He was ridiculous in high school. Right. He used to block shots with his elbow, whole body. He was crazy. You know what I'm saying? We had DeJounte Diop, who came out of high school.
Oak Hill, right?
DeJounte Diop, he went to Oak Hill, got drafted by Cleveland.
Yep.
Kwame Brown, and that's a whole nother story in itself. Kwame went, he went first pick in the draft. He was in my class, but I mean, he was in my recruiting class of Florida.
Yeah.
But they ruined Kwame Brown. To me, they ruined his career because you should have seen him in high school, bro. He was like KG, bro.
I believe
he would go to tournaments and he would average he'll get MVP of the tournament. He'll average 14 points. But he get MVP because he averaged a triple-double. He'll have 14 points, 15 rebounds, 12 assists. He was like that. He would get the rebound, push it, dime. That's how he played. And then when he got to the league, they was like, you 7 feet, you're a big man. Straight big man. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, he wasn't used to that. That's not what he was. That's not what he was. But he still had a good career, too. He played double-digit years. He had a great year in Charlotte one year. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Yeah, David Lee had a good career. You know what I'm saying? I think Danny Granger was in our he wasn't a McDonald's, but he was in our class. I think Danny Granger was in our class. We had a lot of good dudes. Josh Childress. we had a lot of good dudes in our class. You know what I'm saying? But we wasn't like. There's some classes out there that's crazy.
Yeah, but I like some. I don't know who said it on Twitter, but they'll say if you made it to the league, you are not a bust. I don't care where you been,
man.
Bruh.
People don't. It's hard as hell to make it to the league.
What? It's like what 300 jobs.
It's 450.
450.
It's 450 jobs with new people coming in every year, and now even crazier, all overseas dudes coming in.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is now that I have my son, now that my son's in high school and he's playing basketball, and I go to the gyms and watch. It's billions of people that play basketball. Everybody plays basketball, and 450 people can make it to the NBA each year. It's crazy, man. Like just to be, but it's so many circumstances that can derail you. Because I've seen some unbelievable players that never made it even to college.
Mm-hmm.
Or to not let alone the NBA. Some players that was in college that was unbelievable that made one wrong decision. And I ain't talking about crime, or I'm talking about leaving early, or picking the wrong agent, or going to a wrong team.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because that can happen. You get in the wrong situation, you be done.
That's what. Yeah, because some kids is better suited for the pros. Like I think if Brian, he couldn't have functioned really. I mean, he would have been great in college, but I don't think he'd have been.
I think
elite. You think so?
Yeah, he'd have been elite. I think he'd have been because the speed he was faster. He just was so much more athletic, and he had his basketball IQ is high. Right. He has a high basketball IQ, so he would have been able to adjust to anything that was going on. But that situation, getting in the right situation is just as key as anything else, man. When it comes to playing in NBA. I met with my former AAU coach, Curtis Malone. And, if you know about Curtis, he was one of the biggest AAU. We had the biggest AAU program, DC Assault. Then he got in trouble, went to jail for. I think he did a nice little bit. He just got out, so he gets out of jail. I finally I go to DC, get to catch up with him. Me and my man David Hawkins go eat with him. He's looking at me like, man, you know what? You know what I'm thinking about when you messed up? I was like, nah, went to Florida? He was like, nah, when we had that deal for you to go to the NBA. So I could have went to the NBA straight out of high school. I had some deals in place to guarantee me. And I remember that meeting. I remember that meeting in Chicago. And I was like, looking at my dad like, I'm 130 pounds, man. I am not ready to go to the NBA. But you never know what things could have been.
Yeah.
Maybe I made the right decision. Maybe I didn't.
Yeah.
But it's all about the situation. And, you never know what somebody could turn out to be if they're in the wrong situation, man. Like Danny Granger, for instance, man. He was like in a perfect situation at the right time. This man, when I got drafted for Indiana, we had Steven Jackson. We had Jamal Tinsley, Marquise Daniels, Al Harrington. These are
crazy.
Had a bunch of goons on our team, and Danny was his second year. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming in. He went to summer league with us. You know what I'm saying? He's not a main guy. You know what I'm saying? He plays. You know what I'm saying? He's in the rotation, but he's not a main guy. The situation happened with Stack Jack and all them got in a shootout in Indiana.
Yeah.
Roster. Them guys went to Golden State. They cleared the whole roster. Guess what? Guess who getting the rock now?
Yeah, he the man now. I'm the captain now.
Danny Granger's the man. Danny Granger took full advantage. And guess what? Man had all-star years. You know what I'm saying? They put the rock in his hand. He was able to get busy, you know what I'm saying? And made big bread, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, like, it's about situation, man. P.J. Tucker, Damari Curl. It's a bunch of guys that are good players, just fall in the right situation at the right time, and they take advantage of it, man. So other guys that get in the wrong situation be asked out. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking on your situation, I always thought you were like your game was ahead of its time because you was defending 4 positions in college.
Yeah.
Hitting threes, guard 1 through 4. Like now, that's like $100 million player. Like the league, that's all the league is.
And that was the plan when I'm going in the league. You know what I'm saying? That like you like, okay, I'm gonna be it. Well, they call it a 3-and-D dude. You know, they call it a 3D dude, and that was the plan. But like I said, if you get in the wrong situation,
Right.
you're asked out. So if I go to the Spurs and I'm a rookie, and Pop calls you and tells you, hey, you're not gonna play your first year. Don't even worry about that. And you on a championship team. You got Ginobili, Bruce Bowen, this dude, and you don't get no reps. You're gonna be like, damn. And then you go to the next. You're in Houston. You're in another mob, and the guys in front of you, Shane Battier, Ron Artest, Tracy McGrady's there, but he ain't playing. Those dudes, you ain't getting no reps. It don't matter.
Right.
New York, almost the same thing. Melo in front of you, you know what I'm saying? I never got to get busy, like, you know what I'm saying, really get in the mix like that. But, you know what I'm saying, everything happens for a reason. You know, I got to, do my thing in another way. So, yeah, that's how I go. It's all about the situation you in. You got to make the most of it.
That's true. So staying in the NBA, we talked about, more than we expected, but I want to bring up Shaquille O'Neal and Dwight Howard, man. That's like the weirdest beef. I don't know. Like, Shaq got to let the hurt go. I don't know what Dwight did. I think it's more than a Superman thing. But
what you think it is? Let's talk about what you think it is.
I think Dwight
must have. Say what you think. Just go ahead and say
keep it 100. I think Dwight, knowing how Shaq is, I don't know Shaq, but the stories of him being the top 5 triggers in the world, I think Dwight must have messed with one of his chicks or somebody. Like, bruh, so, like, Tinder. Everything. Dwight can't do nothing right. Like, he can't do nothing, like, for Shaq to appreciate him. Like, he talking about him, he won a ring. He didn't say, yeah, I'm the finals MVP. The man was just happy he won the championship. He's been through a lot the last few years. So just give him some peace, man. Just ease up a little bit, Shaq. God damn.
I can't say it's one of his chicks, but listen, I'm not a superstar in the league. I played 3-4 years and I wasn't a superstar. A lot of people, everybody don't know me, but every time I see Shaq, and most of the time it's in Houston because he's down here a lot, he showed me big love like I was an all-star with him. Like, what's up, man? What's going on, Fly? How you doing? Like, I know him. So it's like, he gives it up like that. He's a guy who, he's a good dude. Like, he's a good person. So the thing with Dwight, man, it seemed like it's something deeper. Like, I don't know what Dwight. I think part of it is the Superman thing when he came out, and you gotta understand that Dwight was the guy back in the day. Like, he was the center, and he was compared to Shaq. So when you got that comparison going on, and then Dwight never like really phased it out. He ran with it, you know what I'm saying, with the Superman stuff and all that. Maybe he really took that to the heart, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you only as good as the people you're compared to and your legacy. So it's like, we not in the same breath. That's how he might feel. He might feel like that, you know what I'm saying? And if you win a championship, now you even coming closer to comparing me and him. But now he's like, nah.
Okay.
Because when I won my championship, I averaged 40. It's the same. You feel? Okay. Maybe that's how you feel. I think that's how you feel. I don't want to equate it to him being that petty about a woman or nothing like that. I think that's just how it is. Because when he brings his name up, when Shaq has his name brought up, it's with the greats, Kareems and the Olajuwons and the Bill Russells. He wants to be in that category. He doesn't feel like he belongs in that same category. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like it's always something. But, I can see that too. Because, especially Shaq is a Laker great. So he might look at Dwight.
But see, that's another comparison though.
Yeah.
That's another comparison. Now, his one championship is with the Lakers. Now, when he go in the Hall of Fame, because Dwight Howard's going in the Hall of Fame.
First ballot to me.
He gonna have a Laker jersey on. You know what's crazy? I gained a lot of respect for Dwight Howard just in the last week when I was home. 2 years ago, I had a herniated disc in my back, and that joint really messed me up. It's a nerve in your leg that you can't even walk. Like, it's messed up. But my dad had a real bad. He had to have a metal rods put in his back. He had he was like, man, it was terrible. He had to have real surgery. He told me Dwight Howard had the same surgery he had. And the doctors told my dad that he wasn't able to do nothing for a year. The stuff wasn't even fused in his spine correctly for a whole year and a half. So he's like, he's like, when I found out he had that surgery, he's like, oh, well, he's done. He's done. He'll never play. He'll never be Dwight Howard again. And then he's like, he played like 8 months later. He was like, that's when the Wizards got him and all that kind of stuff. And he was like, I'm amazed that he's even playing basketball. You know what I'm saying? So like, I have a new respect for, Dwight Howard, that he's out there doing the stuff he's doing still today. So, man, shout out to Dwight Howard.
Yeah, but like you said, Hall of Famer, certified. He been a Hall of Famer in my eyes. A lot of people they look at the silly stuff, but like when you break it down, like this dude had a hell of a run. He was elite at damn near everything he did. Maybe not offensively, but peak Dwight Howard is tough.
Out of high school.
Yeah.
Dude out of high school, like another dude living up to expectations.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not at the level LeBron did, but
right.
He was multiple All-Stars, multiple Defensive Player of the Years, rebounding championships, like did what a big man is supposed to do his whole career, man, like until the injuries. You know what I'm saying? Then able to come back and then still be serviceable in whatever role he was given. You know what I'm saying? So he's 100%. I don't know about first ballot, but he's definitely a Hall of Famer. Because, I mean, C. Webb wasn't first ballot, was he?
True. And he's still waiting to get in, which is crazy to me because Vladi in. How's Vladi in, but not C. Webb?
Vladi's in not because of NBA.
International, too.
You got to understand the scope of the Yugoslavian, the whole thing that you got to really – you wouldn't really understand unless you went over there and you seen, how big basketball really is like the number one sport over there. And it's like serious, and he's one of the dudes that paved the way in that era. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of guys that come from there. Like some of the best European basketball players come from there. You know what I'm saying? So he's like a god over there. So he didn't get it from him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
it's more like I see.
He should be in. I mean, it's hard to put dudes in there. You know what I'm saying? Every year because it's always
somebody getting left off.
In there.
Yeah,
somebody gonna be left off. Same thing with I was looking at the boxing Hall of Fame. Some dudes, somebody gonna be left off. It's some crazy names, but somebody gotta
go. Speaking of championships and accolades, Pat Riley called the the Lakers championship, said it had an asterisk to it, but I just think that's him being petty due to him and his relationship with Bron. I think that's just him being a hater, lack of a better word.
Maybe that's how he really feels. Because he kind of ain't wrong. And it shouldn't have an asterisk by it. Because honestly, that's why winning a championship is so hard.
Yeah.
Because injuries and all this stuff, it comes with the territory. That's why it's so hard. You never know what's going to happen. 2007, San Antonio Spurs don't win a championship if Robert Horry doesn't hit Steve Nash in the nose. We don't win a championship because after he hit him in the nose, Amari Stoudemire and I think Raja Bell come off the bench. They come off the bench, they get suspended for the next game. We win that game and we win the next game. Go on. We couldn't beat them. They was handling us. You know what I'm saying? That's why you never know what's going to happen in the playoffs. That's why it's so difficult. If Anthony Davis would have really turned his ankle in the finals, that would have been a different story.
Yeah, right.
There's a different ball game now. You know what I'm saying? You never know. So you can't put an asterisk by it, but I do agree with him. It might have been different outcome or a little harder if you had a healthy Bam and a healthy Dragic, for sure.
Yeah.
But they play better without Bam.
Jimmy Cook, Kelly Olynyk is nowhere near as good as Bam, but Jimmy had more spacing.
It's about situations. If you got AD sitting in the paint blocking shots, sitting in there with Bam, it clogs everything up for Jimmy.
Right.
But you got Kelly Olynyk out there. He can't be out there. He can't leave Kelly Olynyk out there.
No.
They couldn't leave Miles Leonard out there.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Now the lane is wide open for him to make plays. You know what I'm saying? But when AD's right there, he's causing problems every time. I mean, it was more fluid on offense for sure. Bam brings you a great defender, great rebounder, and he can, do some things on offense. But offensively, it was better with Kelly Olynyk and maybe not now, but Kelly Olynyk sure on the court.
Yeah, I think Kendrick Nunn was all right. I think Kendrick Nunn was trying to get paid, so he was out there getting buckets, but he really wasn't what Dragic would have been, because Dragic, he like baby Manu to me. So he was huge.
His basketball IQ is what separates him. It's the same thing as like having a Rondo on the court. You know what I'm saying? Maybe his numbers ain't going to be the greatest, but he going to put the people in the right position. He going to run the pick and roll. He allows Jimmy Butler to get off the ball less. He can cut. Jimmy Butler can do his thing. What he does best is play off the ball. You know what I'm saying? Do things off the ball like rebound, cut, you know what I'm saying, catch the ball and drive off the catch, stuff like that. Jimmy Butler's not the best with the ball in his hand. He's the best without the ball. You know what I'm saying? So having Dragic, a guy who can run the pick and roll and make plays off the pick and roll with the ball in his hands, allows you to do a lot more stuff. Same thing with Rondo, man. They were the best when Rondo was on the court and LeBron was off the ball.
Yes, I agree. For sure. I agree. All right. So enough of the NBA. Shout out to the NBA. We're going to go into the NFL. I'm a 49ers fan. I can't really talk about nobody's teams, but prayers out to Cowboy Nation. I'm sorry, but I don't know what the hell is going on with
trash.
Bruh. Like, I don't get it.
What's that? I've been saying this for years now. Where's all the talent that they claim that they had? Every year, like, I'll be watching Skip and Shannon and they talk about Football Focus and how Football Focus has them as the second most talented team. Where?
Mm-hmm.
I like Dak. Dak is a good quarterback.
Yeah.
He's good. He's not the most elite quarterback.
Right.
Zeke is good. He's a good running back.
Mm-hmm.
You have no offensive line. Your best offensive lineman retired. You got two other dudes that's hurt. Yeah. Now you have no offensive line at all. Okay. Amari Cooper's a good receiver. Gallup is a solid receiver. You know, solid second guy. He's okay. You know what I'm saying? CeeDee Lamb. You don't know what this is before the season we're talking about. We don't know what CeeDee Lamb is going to be. He's good, but we don't know before this. We don't know what he is before the season, right? That's your offense. That is your offense. Two, not one. Maybe Zeke is an elite player. Cooper is elite at times. Maybe two elite players. Defense, you have no elite players.
No.
Your linebacker core is not very good. Jalen Smith, he's good. He's good open space. He's fast, but he gets lost in the sauce a lot. He's not a good cover linebacker. He gets beat a lot. And then you pay DeMarcus Lawrence crazy bread. He's not producing. You bring all these other dudes in, these Griffin and Poe. They're not producing. Dude, they're there for a reason. They get let go for a reason. So where's all the talent at?
True.
I think they was always overrated. They always has been overrated. They keep saying they're the most talented team. I don't see it.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. I don't see the talent. Like, I don't see all the crazy talent. So I'm not surprised that then they got injuries. So now I'm not surprised at what's happening at all.
So Mike Nolan, the D coordinator, that's the one to put the hot sauce in his eye?
Come on, bro. We out here losing and you eating wings off so recklessly that you get hot sauce in your eyes, bro. You out here so reckless with the wings. You just out there you out there like Mike Epps outside of the hot sauce in your eyes. Come on, man. You got Tabasco sauce in your eyes, bro.
Man, that's the thing. Like, he shouldn't even be there in the first place. He's awful. He has no, like, he was our coach for a minute. I dealt with him. Bro, it's terrible. So it's like, why are you even here? He got the homeboy hookup. Like, McCarthy was just like, hey, I'm going to go to Dallas, make this quick bread. I'm going to hire you as my defensive coordinator. You're going to get fired, but we're going to get paid.
Listen, bro. And that's part of the problem with every sport I see in coaching, bro.
Yeah.
It's so much like it's like a buddy system, and then it's like a coaching carousel and then a buddy system. So you just gonna keep hiring the same people over and over and over, no matter what the situation is, no matter who's the personnel. You don't know if this guy. You ain't even thinking about if this guy fits the young dudes we have. This old school dude fits the young dudes we have. If this old school defensive coordinator, if his philosophy fits the personnel we have, no, we don't. That don't matter. Let's just hire the guy with the name, or hire the guy that did this back then, or hire this guy because I know him. It's the same thing in the NBA. Yeah. Same. It's good to see that the Rockets hired a young new guy, Silas. Yep. I like to see that. You know what I'm saying? I like that. I wish my man Vanderpool would have got the job, but I like the hire because it's a new fresh face. He's been around a long time. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But it's a new fresh face, you know what I'm saying, that get to have opportunity. But it's the same thing. You see Stan Van Gundy gets the job. Like Stan Van Gundy. Very knowledgeable dude. He knows a lot. And I actually think he deserves a job. Mm-hmm. But I'm saying he's the same coaches. Same people every time. And when they say it's a family, like NBA is a family, it really is. Because if you go to like an event or something, you see the same people all the time. You be like, damn, you look at his shirt, oh, you there now? Oh, you an executive with them now. Oh, okay. You okay. Oh, you with the Magic now. Okay. Yeah. Like every time, every year, every time I go to these, cause I do coaching seminars, I do all that stuff. And I see all these dudes, they got their shirts on. I see them like, I didn't know you was there. You just got to keep network. For me, a guy who's trying to coach, I just got to continue to network. Because I'm not in the loop. But that's how you get in the loop. You got to talk to people. Yep. And that's just, it's hard to get in that circle because they just hire the same dudes. Because you're gonna go to the people you know, not that person you don't know. Right. That's like what you're doing with the Brooklyn Nets. You don't know, but you're gonna
Hey, start me out.
I'm talking what I know. You know what I'm saying? That's what as the people, that's what we naturally do. Yeah. We're gonna go with what we know. We ain't gonna go with, and I don't blame them because that's what you're supposed to do. But it's harder, at some point you gotta be like, all right, look, we try this young dude and see how this go. You know what I'm saying? Man, you see how the Cowboys is right now. We're the worst team of football. We might be the worst football team of all
Jets.
time. No, we won with Dak, and we got a couple wins, you know what I'm saying, that way. Right now, we might be the worst of all times.
I don't know. Detroit Lions had a couple teams.
We just scored 3. Did we score? We scored 3 points 2 games in a row. Did we had 6 points last game? Washington. I don't know. 3 points 2 games in a row.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Against teams that's not. There ain't no world beaters out there.
Nah. Right.
Come on, bro.
So y'all gonna tank or what?
Huh?
Y'all gonna tank?
We ain't got no. It's not even that we got a choice to tank. It's not like we trying to tank. You know what I'm saying? We in the worst division of football. We not winning another game.
Y'all might get Washington.
Not winning another game. Ain't no way. Who we gonna be?
Danny Dimes turned the ball over, man. Y'all get one from New York for sure.
They supposed to beat us. We barely escaped that one.
Yeah. I say he gonna turn the ball over, so y'all might get a dub.
The Bengals, and the Bengals is way better than us.
Yeah, that's bad. So I think like with but my thing is y'all tank. Who y'all gonna draft? Probably O-lineman. Probably defense, O-lineman. I know Oregon got a top.
We gonna be top 3 picks. Either way, we ain't gonna go get Lawrence. We ain't gonna get Lawrence.
Nah.
So if we ain't the number 1 pick, then who else out there? We ain't get no receiver.
No, y'all O-line, probably be O-line or traded. But
we need defense. We need to get the whole Georgia defense. We need to try to get the whole Georgia defense.
Defense cold. Michael Parsons he opted out, but he gonna be probably the first defensive player off the board, but he haven't played in a year. So is he? I don't know. I wouldn't touch him because Isaiah Simmons is struggling. So I don't know, like scheme wise, I don't know where he's gonna fit.
Man, listen. Give me an elite corner safety. Give me an elite corner safety or offensive line. Elite offense. Give me an Orlando Pace type of offensive lineman, man. Give me an elite offensive lineman or a defensive back. I'll be good. You know what I'm saying? I like Diggs because I like Diggs.
Yeah, he tough.
He has potential. You know what I'm saying? He do crazy stuff now and then, but he has a lot of potential and he got heart. He from Gervonta. He from around the way. He from Gettysburg.
Right.
I rock with him. So I rock with Diggs. So give him somebody on the other side, or give me a safety, elite safety, and we good.
Yeah. I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
corners go pretty high in the draft. You know where DBU is. So if y'all need a corner, just come to Columbus, man.
Just relax.
But nah.
They can get my nephew Kyle Hamilton from Notre Dame.
Notre Dame
in the second round, or you can go out after the sophomore year, can't you?
Is he 3 years removed? I think he got to be three removed from high school.
He a true sophomore. He
tough though. I peeped him. He gonna be like
6'4"
that.
out there, 6'4" safety. You know what I'm saying? Athletic. You know what I'm saying? We doing it. He got a chance. He got a real big chance. I'm talking about like to go. He going to the show. I'm saying he got a chance to go on some elite stuff.
Yeah, I peeped him. He tough. I watched the Pittsburgh game. He's making plays. So
what he do be making plays out there.
Hey, shout out to him. But I don't know, man. Cowboy Nation, I'm sorry. Prayers, thoughts.
Let's not ever bring this stuff. We're not going to be like First Take and bring the Cowboys up here. We don't need to talk about that ever again.
A team that's always getting talked about in a bad way, the Cleveland Browns. My dog Odell, condolences to him. Tore his ACL on a defensive play.
Why was it a defensive play, though? What happened?
The Baker Mayfield, the savior, threw an interception. He's terrible, but whatever. People been caping for him because the Browns is winning. But
are they though? Are they winning though? Like they're winning, but are they though? Because
no,
they beating bums.
Yeah,
beat us.
Yep, Cincinnati twice.
They beat Cincy.
Yep.
Who else they beat? They ain't beat nobody. They ain't beat nobody else in the division. They barely beat Cincy, but they're not beating the Steelers.
I think they beat Cincy twice.
And they're not beating Baltimore. So they're not even going to. They're not going to the playoffs.
Right. Oh, so, I don't think so.
Are they winning though?
Yeah, I feel y'all see what you mean. I think Baker, man, that was like it's crazy. Like they call Odell like, oh, Odell's not this elite receiver, and Baker plays better without him. The numbers are better without Odell because he ain't throwing downfield. He dinking and dunking. He Drew Breesing. He throwing 8-yard passes. So of course
he's when Odell's in, he's trying to do things that he's not elite in. Because Odell is a guy who's going to take the ball downfield, who's going to do other routes. That he's comfortable. He's comfortable when he's throwing those play action across the middles and screen passes and stuff. And that's not Odell. So yeah, he's trying to force the ball to Odell also. So he's not as accurate. He's not as good when Odell's on the field because you got to do like Odell. You got to use Odell, or ain't no point of having him.
Right.
And I'm sure that's what they tell him. I'm sure that's what Odell tell him. Give me the damn ball.
Give me the ball.
You know what I'm saying? I'm sure they cool with each other. So he's like, I'm gonna try to get you the ball. So he's forcing the issue sometimes with Odell. I seen it. The first year was crazy. He was definitely forcing the issue.
Yeah, he's just like crazy. 3 people on him. He's still gonna throw that ball.
It's crazy. And I mean, he probably feel a little bit more free to, they probably have a different playbook now with him. More running the ball, more 5-yard tight ends, hitting different people like that. So he might play better.
Yeah,
but that's a reflection on you, not Odell. That's what
I'm saying. And the media is just gonna run with it. They're gonna run with it and be like, "Oh, Baker's just better quarterback. He's more efficient."
Those are the people that's feeding into the insurance commercials, and they want this man to succeed so bad.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying? They want him to succeed so bad that they're gonna do whatever, whoever under the bus, to blame everybody else but him. Yeah. But at the end of the day, it don't even matter. Like, are you gonna win or not? Can we win with you?
Right.
No.
Baker midfield. I call him Baker midfield because he's mid.
He has to get out of the pocket every time, or he is not effective because he's too small. He's too small. If he's not out of the pocket, he struggles.
Yeah.
So, I mean, can you win with that?
Hell no, I don't think so.
I don't know.
So enough of football. It's a big weekend of sports.
Yes, sir.
Particularly boxing.
Yes, sir.
College football, but boxing. Going to a big fight. My dog going to a fight this weekend. So.
Oh man, I ain't been in a fight. I ain't been to a fight since I think Cotto versus Austin Trout in New York when I was playing New York. Got ringside for that joint in Madison Square. That was a big fight. So I ain't been to a fight in a minute, but I get to go see Tank Davis and man, that's gonna be Little Santa Cruz. It's gonna be a barn burner, man. And it's crazy because I saw Tank Davis when he was a kid. I saw Tank Davis when he was a kid. Like I used to go to little boxing matches. I saw him when he was a kid. Yeah. And this is my first time, getting to see him live. And I'm excited to see it because it's gonna be a great fight.
For sure. So what's next? I think we said on the last podcast we talking about the next steps. I was reading up on it. You don't agree with me? He gonna fight. I'm drawing a blank. Man.
Teofimo Lopez.
Teofimo Lopez. So
see, Tank is 130, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's too big for 130, right? He's too big for 130. Now at 135 is where all the dogs are at.
Right.
You got Lomachenko, who's going to either stay at 135 or go down. You got Devin Haney. You got Lopez. Well, I'm going to take Lopez out for it right now. You got Ryan Garcia, who's about to have a big fight. So you got all these guys at 135. Lopez is undisputed. Teofimo Lopez is undisputed at 135. He basically has all the belts. He's too big for 135. Right. So either I think he's gonna fight Devin Haney because Devin Haney has the WBC belt, but Lopez has the franchise championship because he beat Lomachenko. So he really is the champ, but Devin Haney has the belt. It's weird.
Right.
So I think he's either gonna fight Devin Haney after he gets finished fighting his fight, or he's gonna move up to 140 and try to conquer 140. But I don't see Tank Davis coming up to 135 and fighting him. First of all, I think this is Tank Davis' last fight at 130. It has to be. He's too big. Right. He's struggling to make the weight. Yeah. So he'll probably go to 135 and then he'll fight a guy like Ryan Garcia. I can see him fight Ryan Garcia next.
Right. With him, like his frame don't even look like that's a healthy weight to even fight it.
Who?
Tank.
Well, he's short.
Yeah, he's short. I'm just saying he's like a pit bull.
Yeah, he's a stocky dude. He's a big dude. But this is the thing. 135 is his weight. He's not going past. He can go to 140 eventually, but he's not like he's so big he can go to 140. I think that's too big for him. I think 135 is a good way for him. But we'll see. But this fight Saturday, it's gonna be a rough one.
Yeah.
Leo Santa Cruz is a beast. People are sleeping on it. People are disrespecting Leo Santa Cruz like he's not a pound for pound guy. He's one of the best guys out there. Crazy work rate, throws 100-some punches every round. Right. He's a very busy guy, smart.
Super busy.
He's beaten everybody he's ever been in a ring with. He's 30-something and 1-1. So the one guy he lost to, he ended up beating. The one guy he drew with, he ended up beating. So he's an elite fighter. I just think I got Tank because he is his style matches up with Leo Santa Cruz perfectly.
Right.
Countering, I
was about to say counter punch city.
And his power is crazy. So I mean, even though I've never seen Leo Santa Cruz get dropped, even get knocked down, let alone knocked out. So he got a beard on him. So it's gonna be Tank gonna get tired. That's a factor. It's because Leo Santa Cruz gonna be there the whole time, throwing punches. The whole he ain't going away. Right. So it's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be lit. So it's gonna be must see TV on Saturday. Saturday is crazy. You said what now?
It's his first pay-per-view. Tank's first pay-per-view.
So you know what that means? Check's gonna clear. So it's gonna be a big night in boxing, big night in battle rap too.
Now this is my lane, right? So hey, we can talk about basketball all day. I feel more comfortable talking about battle rap and boxing. That's what I want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? We got the return of Murder Mook versus that boy Tay-Rock. Are you in the battle rap like that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gradually going into it. So
you can't gradually see. If you told me that, I'm gonna sit you down. We're gonna watch classics. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand. Like, see, this battle is more. It got more to it. It's a story behind it. You know what I'm saying? It's not just Tay-Rock versus Murder Mook. It's Doc Mob. It's former battle rap group members. Like it's more to it. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. It's a lot going on.
You got to school me a little more.
So we got Murder Mook. You know, the legend. Everybody know Murder Mook. They know about. Even if you don't know about battle rap, you know what I'm saying? He coming back to URL to battle Tay-Rock, who's a guy. He been around a long time too, but he been holding it down for battle rap. He been cooking for a long time. He's consistent. All his battles, he do the same thing. He cook every time. Mr. Consistency every time. And you got it was really like old school versus new school type of thing. You know what I'm saying? And the question is, can he adjust to the new people? Can he adjust to the new style of battle rap? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's gonna be crazy one. It's gonna be crazy one.
So from when I was watching, I was just trying to, catch up a little bit. But I like Tay. He has some bars, so I'm gonna go. Yeah,
he from Baltimore. He from my way a little bit, so I rock with Tay-Rock for sure. I rock with Tay-Rock, but I'm a Murder Mook guy myself.
Yeah,
you feel me? I like his. I've always liked his how he break people down and the way he goes about it. You know what I'm saying? The new age of battle rap is you get all this time to prepare for somebody, and then you go into there and you just, you spit. Most of you do spit gun bars and all that stuff. Mook is going to really try to break you down.
Right, yeah.
Give this man time, he's going to break you down. But I think for this battle, he can't be telling these stories and all this type of stuff. He got to really be spitting. Tay-Rock going to be on his ass.
Right.
Tay-Rock going to be on him, barking on him hard. So Mook got to get in his bag with the bars early. He can't be wasting no time.
It's gonna be one to see. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna be tuned in.
You gotta download that Caffeine app. It's free on the Caffeine. So I'm gonna be tuning in. I'm gonna be on my way to San Antonio on the app for sure.
I'm gonna be tuned in. I'm gonna listen. So shout out to them. We getting close to the end. Or the segment we talked about. The what is he on?
What is he on?
Jeff Garcia.
Oh, this dude.
Lame. Sorry. He was 49er quarterback, but man, he was my guy when I was growing up. But it's like he went on Cam Newton. I thought it was unwarranted. It was personal. Maybe he got PTSD from dealing with T.O. that he feel a certain way about outgoing black males, but he let Cam have it over. His play was bad. Yeah, he played terrible. But he took it a little personal, talking about his outfits, and he shouldn't be wearing this, going to a game. He should be dressing like this. He's screaming for attention. Like, bro, relax. Chill out.
I'm going to be honest with you, man. Before we even start, I never liked Jeff Garcia just because, Terrell is my favorite football player. So I never rock with Jeff Garcia because, he was beefing with my man. I don't rock with him. Right. But then on top of that, his criticism, and I don't mind, I don't mind people criticize because I'm going to criticize people. This is what, if you're in media, that's your job. You criticize. Yeah, right. But for me, I would rather hear a guy in the media who never even played with those type of criticisms,
right?
Like a Skip Bayless or something, than a guy who played same position and didn't get it done. Like
exactly,
he did more than you.
Yeah, he was a journeyman.
I'd rather hear a guy who never did it than a guy who could have did it and didn't get it done talk about dudes in a negative light that way. When you know how hard it is to be an NFL quarterback.
Right.
When you know this man out there with no weapons.
None. It was a setup.
You know that. But you out here talking about everything else but football, like dressing and that doesn't have anything else to do. Like, I don't feel right if, like, I know dudes, like, they come into the game, they fresh, they want that pressure of everybody's eyes is on me. Mm-hmm. Hey, look at me. I got the attention, because now I got the attention. I'm about to show you what I do. I'm about to thrive off of this.
Yeah.
I want the attention. I want it to be packed in here. I want that. You know what I'm saying? Give me that, because I'm about to go crazy. I want everybody to see what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
That's what elite people are on.
Right. Yeah, but he's not. That's not his lane, because he's a
if
journeyman.
If you're confident in your abilities, if a boxer wasn't, if Roy Jones wasn't confident in his abilities, he never would have came to the ring rapping.
Never.
Then you just look stupid afterwards. You look like AB a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Think about how crazy people went on AB after he lost. Just because he was so confident. And he has the right to be confident. He worked hard. He's been doing it his whole life.
Right, yeah.
But that's what it's about. Like you don't work hard and do all this stuff to be in a shell and be like, I'm gonna come in the game with just a regular regular suit and tie on from Men's Warehouse.
Yeah.
Fresh, I got it. First of all, I got it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm looking fresh. I'm making a statement. This is me. And he's an individual. He's himself. He been himself. Like, what you on? You know what I'm saying?
What is he on, bro? Shout out to Cam. It's gonna be better days. It was a setup job. Like he might be in the wing, but they'll have no weapons, no defense.
They gotta get back to like letting him himself. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. Like, if I'm gonna go down, let me go down doing what I do.
Right.
Don't let me go down trying to play a game that you want somebody else to play and you throw me in the mix. Put me back to week 1. You know what I'm saying? Let me run the ball. Let me do stuff. I don't give a damn if they put 25 men in the box. Let me do my thing. We can work out the play action from that or something. But let me get busy. There's no point.
Yeah, he'll be straight. So yeah, we just want to call out Jeff Garcia for his BS. So stay in your lane, Brody. It's always somebody. But we appreciate everybody tuning in. Like I said at the beginning, subscribe, like, share, tell a friend so they can tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend.
Yes, sir, man. See y'all next time. We out.
All right, we out.